What's going on? Say, us guitar teachers, we always teach our students power chords. But there's a disconnect. We don't always see the return on the time we invest with our students, and I'm going to take the blame for that. We just don't explain it well enough. Let me just tell you a couple things about the way I learned power chords. Well, I don't even remember, but something like, say, a G5. I was mesmerized by that and the possibilities, especially when you move it. You move the shape around, and I thought, wow, the whole universe is wide open for endless possibilities. I'm like, holy smokes, that's everything. But I think I do a bad job of explaining why power chords are important. So I'm going to try to fix that today. I have been moving my students forward in my chord book, which is available. They're $20. I'd love to send you one. Send me an email at hooverguitar@yahoo.com. And I'll show you a page now about power chords. It's page 8. Power chords. And I'm going to play you a little bit of those power chords, the first line. So yeah, my book takes a long time to get through, by the way. It's very slow moving, but it's all important stuff, I think. So the first chord in, well, let me back up. Let me show you something. Look at these strings. E, A, D, G. They're tuned in fourths. That means the fourth note of an E scale is A. The fourth note in an A scale is D. The fourth note in a D scale is G. E, A, D, G. Very simple. It really doesn't get any easier than that. Let me say something else. Most guitar songs are in the keys of E, A, D, or G. And could be B or F or C, but I'm not worried about those right now. Let's concentrate on E, A, D, G. Now, on page 8, the first 4 chords are E5, A5, D5, G5. That's this. E5. That's pointer finger. Most of my students go right for the middle. I'm like, gonna be pointer at the 2nd fret, 5th string. For many reasons, I'm not gonna go into it right now, but well, because of this. Stuff like that. All right. So E5. That's an E and a B. This is 2nd fret, 5th string. I'm pressing down with my pointer finger. 2nd fret, 5th string. 2 strings. Hit them equally. A lot of times my students only hit like 1 string. Like, that's just 1. I want 2. So it's kind of like when you swing a golf club or a baseball club. Follow through. Don't just hit the ball. You got to follow through. But you don't really need to wave your arm out like that either. So it's somewhere in the middle there. So E5, super critical for chugging, for rock and roll, metal, blues, pop, country, rockabilly, whatever, classic rock, punk rock, everything. E5, learn it, memorize it. It's important. Now, I'm going to move us over to A5. So that's just 1 string towards the floor. Again, pointer finger, 2nd fret. This time I'm on the 4th string. I'm hitting A and D strings, the 5th and 4th strings. That's A5. Super, massively, crucially impossible to describe how important these chords are. All right. let's say we're going to go back and forth from those two chords. Check this out. I think that's just cool. Or that was 4 times on each chord. And now I'm going to do 8. So I would recommend doing 4s and 8s and master that. The reason I'm sounding so consistent is my picking hand is sitting on the saddles with the edge of my hand slightly muting the strings. That's called palm muting. So I put it there, roll forward slightly, and barely touch the strings with my skin. Otherwise, it's kind of an open sound. That's okay, but I like that palm muted sound. Especially if you bring in a lot of distortion, this is going to help your sound kind of compress and sound. It's just going to help you control your guitar. It makes more space for vocals. It sounds more staccato. It's just a little more tidy. It's a good technique. I recommend it. E5, A5. Let's add one more. D5. Remember E, A, D, G? E, A, D, G. The D gives us another power chord. E5, A5, D5. You're probably starting to hear songs in this. And yes, millions of songs are contained in these chords. So if you don't know these chords, you're really missing out. And again, you can get them right in my book. All right, E5, A5, D5, A5. I was hitting 4 on each chord. 4 E's, 4 A's, 4 D's, 4